Koksi beetle, also called ladybug, is a small beetle that forms the Coccinellidae family. They are easily recognized by their small round appearance and their colorful backs, and in some species they have spots. Ordinary people sometimes call the Koksi beetle as ladybug, because of its size and shield, which is also hard, but this beetle is not from the ladybug nation, Hemiptera. This insect is known as a farmer's friend because some of its members prey on insect pests such as aphids. However, there are several species of Koksi that also eat the leaves so that they become parasites to the soil. These beetles are found all over the world, especially in areas where the plants that provide their food live. In this world there are approximately 5,000 species, and the largest body length reaches almost 1 centimeter. Anatomy: the Koksi beetle has a fairly distinctive appearance that makes it easy to distinguish from other insects. Its body is almost round in shape with a pair of hard wings on its back. The hard wings on the back are multicolored, but are generally brightly colored with a mottled pattern. Those hard, colorful wings are actually the elite wings or forewings. The hind wings are transparent and are usually folded under the forewings when not in use. When flying, it flaps its hind wings quickly, while its stiff front wings cannot flap and are stretched to increase lift during flight. The hard front wings can also function as a protective shield. The Koksi beetle has short legs and a head that looks bent downwards. This head position helps him when eating small animals such as aphids. On its feet there are microscopic fine hairs, only visible with a microscope, that end like spoons. These hairs produce a sticky, oily substance so that the ladybugs can walk and stick in difficult places such as glass or on the ceiling. Food: the majority of ladybugs are carnivores which eat small plant suckers such as aphids. Larvae and adults of the same species usually eat the same food. Ladybugs eat by sucking the body fluids of their prey. In his head there is a pair of lower jaws, mandibles, to help him hold prey while eating. It then pierces the prey's body with a special tube in its mouth to inject digestive enzymes into the prey's body, then sucks the prey's body tissue, which is already in liquid form. A ladybug is known to eat up to 1,000 aphids in its entire life. Some types of ladybugs such as Japanese ladybugs and ladybirds of the species Epilochna admirabilis are known as herbivores because they eat leaves. Ladybugs usually leave a distinctive mark on the leaves where they feed because they don't eat the leaf veins. Hibernation: like most insects and animals, ladybugs in the 4 seasons also hibernate, long winter sleep. Ladybugs usually gather in large numbers in places such as under wooden beams, bark, or piles of leaves during hibernation. During that period of long sleep, they survive by making use of their body's food supply. Self-defense: animals that prey on ladybugs are generally insect-eating animals such as birds and spiders. Ladybugs have a unique way of defending themselves. When he feels threatened by danger, he will pretend to be dead by turning his body and pulling his legs inside. As a further protective mechanism, he will secrete a yellow liquid from the joints of his legs. This liquid has an unpleasant smell and taste, so that if it works, the predator won't eat it because it can't stand the liquid. Reproduction and life cycle: ladybugs do marriage in order to reproduce. Sometimes there are ladybugs that have different color patterns, but can still mate and reproduce normally because they still come from the same species. Female ladybugs of the carnivorous type of ladybugs then choose places that are mostly inhabited by insects for food, so that once they hatch, the larvae get an abundant supply of food. In leaf-eating ladybugs, females that have just laid eggs on a plant will leave bite patterns on the leaves so that no other females lay eggs on the same plant. In the 4 seasons region, if the female ladybug does not find suitable plants until the winter is over, the female ladybug postpones laying her eggs until the winter is over. Ladybugs as members of the order Coleoptera, beetles, undergo complete metamorphosis: eggs, larvae, cocoons, and adults. Ladybug eggs are oval and yellow in color. These eggs usually hatch about a week after they are first laid. Ladybug larvae are generally long-bodied, covered in hair, and have 6 legs. These larvae live by eating according to their mother's food, and as they grow bigger, they change their skin. Larvae that have reached a certain size will then stop eating and enter the cocoon phase at the age of 2 weeks since they first hatched. These cocoons are usually attached to objects such as leaves or twigs and are yellow and black in color. The adult ladybugs emerge from the cocoons after about a week. The front wings of a ladybug that has just come out are still fragile and pale yellow in color, so it will stay still for a moment to harden its wings before starting to move. Interaction with humans: ladybugs have a history of quite good relationships with humans. Many people like to catch and collect them because they are attracted by the various motifs and patterns of their wings. Ladybugs in several countries are also considered animals that bring good luck. In Germany, for example, if a ladybug flies into the house, it is believed that the family living in the house will become very wealthy. Ladybugs are also known as one of the environmentally friendly pest exterminators. Around the 19th century, fruit plantations in Asia and the United States were attacked by insect pests known as cotton pillow scales Icerioperchaceae, and had caused great losses. The pest is actually a type of aphids that live by sucking plant juices and forming a kind of scaly coating around them to protect themselves. The animal was accidentally brought from Australia to the plantation area on another continent. The experts then look for ways to get rid of the pest. They finally discovered that in their natural habitat in Australia, the cotton pillow scales have a natural predator, the ladybug Vedalia cardinalis. The ladybugs were then brought to a fruit plantation which was attacked by cotton pillow scales in 1888, and within 2 years, this method had succeeded in suppressing the pest insect population. This ladybug later became an example of successful pest control by using its behavior in the food chain bioinsecticide. Not all ladybugs are beneficial to humans. Several species of ladybugs such as Epilochna admirabilis are known to eat the leaves of cultivated plants such as eggplant leaves, thereby damaging the plants and in this case harming farmers.